Aquaba. Hello back everyone. Hello Kader.
Hello.
For another one. So like we said this time again after the episode 0 and the episode with Rainbow Craft, we're following you and Alan behind the video
camera,
here,
yeah.
the camera here in Kenya.
Yeah.
This time with two different I might say businesses, because no, it's actually one business and one association, one community.
Totally.
You met. And both were not clients of us.
Yeah.
But both really inspired us, and you really wanted to work with them. So maybe you can tell us a bit more about. So first, Sara and Love Artisan.
Yes, Sara for Love Artisan. I know her since the first time I went to Kenya.
Okay. Oh wow.
And
How long?
In 2022.
Okay.
So almost 3 years,
Okay.
and the contact was great, and she told me about her issue and how we can help them.
Okay. So what was the issue?
The issue is that she's make furniture.
Yeah.
You know, craft furniture.
Yeah.
She has a great success in Kenya
Locally.
but she want to export because there is a lot of demand from for her products globally, and she couldn't find a cheaper way to ship furniture.
Yeah.
So she has a logistic problem. Yes.
Classical one.
Yes. So we kept in touch in around that topic, and when we met in Nairobi for the last time, last summer, she came again, and we have a great exchange, and now she were more interested in Anka.
Ah, interesting.
And
So this
Anka
time
too, yes.
Okay.
Yes, she still want to find a way to ship her product. It's still a big issue in Kenya,
for sure.
as I heard, and this issue is not just on
In
Kenya.
Kenya. For anywhere you want to ship big, bulky things like furniture, it's very complicated.
It's really complicated, and she really have a great potential to grow even more. So the discussion was around really our business, how she met the people, and we talk about a little bit about taxes.
Also, it's important.
So, yes.
That's another issue that people don't necessarily realize, especially in Kenya, where it's quite heavy. It's one of the countries that people don't realize is the most tax heavy in Africa.
Yes.
And it's true that Anka Pay can help in that, because it's completely different in terms of help, because it helps you export, which is most of the time tax-free, and our solution, and you will discuss, I imagine, probably more and how we can help.
Yeah.
All right, so let's get started, and let's meet Sara and her artisans at Love Artisans in Nairobi also?
Nairobi
also.
Too.
All right, let's go.
My name is Sara Reeves, and my company is Love Artisan, which we're here in the workshop now. It's a furniture manufacturer based in Kenya. We're turning 7 years old next month, and we specialize in upholstered furniture. As you can see, we use a lot of bright colors and a lot of African fabrics, and we employ currently 30 artisans in our company. So I would say it's twofold. I think, as you see, we work with a lot of African fabrics. So I think part of what we do is to showcase and promote African cultural fabrics, be it heritage fabrics or contemporary fabrics, and present them in a way that perhaps you've not seen before, and a way that you can bring them into your home in a very modern fashion. And I think the appeal for our African fabrics is a global appeal. So that's number one, is to be able to showcase those fabrics. And number two, as our name Love Artisan implies, central to our mission and to our values is the artisans that make the furniture. So we really focus on bringing in a lot of youth and artisans to give full-time, stable employment, and to really kind of advance the artisan industry in Kenya.
So I think we should stop here because, like always, this is really the first part of any discussion of entrepreneurs, the struggle of the holidays.
Yeah.
And I think what Sara explained here was, I think, what we heard so many times. And I imagine this inspired you also some comment at the time when you saw that.
Yes. What I like about this exchange is that now she was most focused on money management. than lack of money.
Exactly.
How you manage the money, the expense versus the income, and how you try to do everything when you start.
Yeah.
Can be the social media, the customer relationship, accounting. So this is we really are in the bootstrap.
Yeah. And I think most people will assume that because, unfortunately, she is a white person in Kenya, people will assume she's rich.
Yes, and no, she's really start almost from the bottom.
Yeah. And she said that, she had a garden and a house, etc. But even when she moved in, she said that they didn't have money for furniture.
Yeah.
Which is the case of a lot of people. It's expensive thing, furniture.
Yes, I think in every country in Africa, furniture is
we don't have IKEA here, so it's extremely expensive.
Please, IKEA, come here.
No, I think the idea is for brands like us become the IKEA that we have ultimately.
Yeah, and this is the point of this type of entrepreneur.
Yeah.
Is that they are doing great things. They already have a great team.
Yeah.
But they always have some ceilings that keep them from growing. It's really hard, and that's why we really want to work with her, really to try to help them figure out how she can manage her payment or even help her to ship her product abroad.
Yeah, definitely. And it was interesting to see that everybody should know that this struggle is normal, and unfortunately there is not much to do except prioritize as much as we can and focus on growing consistently, improving one day at a time, improving one sale at a time also ideally, so that your revenue grow and you can then reinforce your team and get more and more help and support.
Reinforce, and even because I know that as she's making furniture, she work with a lot of raw material.
Yes.
So she need a storage. All the management of this type of product. She's working with different type of fabrics that come from different place.
Yeah.
As you can see, she have a Bogoland video. So it's really stock heavy. You have.
It's really hard because you have a lot of moving parts that are quite important and expensive potentially, but you need to really go step by step. So let's see how she managed all of that.
Okay, so my furniture making journey started in 2015, 9 years ago, because I moved into a house that didn't have any furniture, and I couldn't afford to buy any furniture. So myself and the security guard at the house at the time went and bought shipping crates and pallets and started making furniture for my house. It was terrible furniture, but it changed the course of my life. So from that time, I started to move into the furniture industry. I spent a year on a World Bank project making furniture, which really gave me the understanding of our potential here in Kenya and what we can do. And once I developed that passion, I took that last World Bank check and I walked up and down until I found a workshop, and I started my own business, because I really felt that with attention and nurturing, we have so much we can offer. And that's been what I felt 7 years ago and what sustains me now. It's a lot, as any entrepreneur will tell you. I think in those early days, of course, and not just early days, but cash flow is always an issue. You're juggling everything. You always have more expenses than you have income. Every decision, we're a self-funded business, so every decision you make with every bit of money really has to count for your business. And I think as any sort of an entrepreneurial business, you, as a person, you start that business being the accountant and the social media manager and the designer and all of those things, and that ultimately you can't do all of that and still survive.
So I stopped here because Sara was saying something that I think we talked about at length at episode 0. Maybe a lot of people didn't get the time to watch the episode 0 that explained our transition from Africrea to Anka and why we did Anka Marketplace, but also Anka Pay and Anka Shipping. And like she mentioned, I think people don't realize that this is a good example. She has seen us grow over the 3 years, and she has seen our effort of following our customer needs.
Yeah, and that's what I try to explain. Some people when they ask us, why now payment? Or why you shipping?
Yes.
You were on the African cultural goods.
Yeah.
Yes, I explained to them that our customers, even if you give them visibility, they know how to ship. They don't know how to ship. They don't know how to receive payment.
Exactly.
So that's why we just listen the needs and build around the needs of the customers.
Exactly. Yeah. And people found that maybe strange, but we realized, for example, that even when we gave visibility to people, they still had people that were coming on the marketplace, but then going back to their Instagram and saying, "Oh, I want to talk to you. I want to," even if they could talk on the marketplace, even if they could pay on the marketplace, they still had people sometimes that are coming to them, either on WhatsApp or Instagram, and they needed them to pay there. With the same ease that they had to pay on our website. And this is really the first initial need for Anka Pay, to allow you to follow your customers where they are, to get them to pay you where they want to pay you, and to be just as easy with the same backend for you and the same ease to pay out your money in local currency. So they can pay by card, by PayPal, and you can pay and withdraw your money by M-Pesa, for example, in Kenya, or by any other means in your local country. And ideally, ship.
Yes, and shipping.
Behind it very easily using the information they entered with less issues, with less mistakes, and much more automation. So a big gain of time and a gain of money, because our shipping is generally much cheaper than what you could have alone.
Yeah. And the big lesson for me, sometimes I try to explain to people too that you don't need just to focus only on your business plan, and you need to be aware that you build your strategy with the customers.
Yeah.
And that's why, as an entrepreneur, especially a co-founder, you need to keep the contact with the
customer.
Yeah,
and
you
cannot.
Yes.
Yeah, you cannot delegate that.
Yeah, you cannot delegate that, and that's why we made this trip to Kenya.
Yeah, yourself.
Yes.
Exactly.
So this is really important. Keep listening to the customers and build around them.
Yeah, especially because people don't realize, but we've been doing that maybe for 10 years now.
Yeah.
And in 10 years, the world has changed a lot. E-commerce has changed even more. And that's why when we started in 2014, a marketplace was a revolution.
Yeah.
Today is basic and it's almost antiquated. That's why, especially in the pace of innovation you're going, people are talking about AI, a lot of different things. You need to keep a pace, and yourself also listen to your customers and try to see what are the new behaviors that guides all of the commerce and all of the business around the world.
Yes, and don't forget that we are in Africa.
Yeah.
Everybody is talking about AI, stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's not sure that AI is ready to solve African problems.
Our local problems, exactly.
Yeah.
But it would be interesting to see what we can do, at least in terms of productivity, or saving you time. Because
you can have gain of productivity. But as you can see, with our issue, is just to ship products.
Exactly. It's basic issues. Yeah.
Yes.
So we still have to do a lot of work on the basic issue, and that's really what we focus on at Anka Pay, shipping and marketplace.
Yeah.
All right, let's go back to Sara and your exchange with her.
It was a few years ago, maybe 3 years ago, I think. And I have a feeling I saw it online somehow. It came onto my radar. And I thought, oh, this is a really interesting platform, because it wasn't something that I'd seen before that was so Africa-centric. And as it ties into my passion of wanting to promote African culture, wanting to promote what we can do here. And so I found it really intriguing. And then I believe you came across to Kenya two years ago or so. And then then I came to the event and met face to face. Yeah, I think it was really interesting that it was an Africa-centric platform designed to elevate and promote African talent, African culture, and that it was run by Africans. So I thought this is exactly the kind of thing that we need as a continent. So first of all, it was really great to see the Anka team back again and to see the growth of the platform. I think I was really impressed at how it has expanded into having Anka Pay, the marketplace, and the shipping, because it speaks to the fact that you've listened to your vendors and their challenges, and you've sort of curated your business to help solve those challenges. So that was really exciting to see. I think for me, what's quite appealing is the use of Anka Pay as a finance solution for us, and also the shipping. I think I would love to see that challenge solved for larger products like ours that can be, done in an affordable way. So I'm excited to use those products.
So I made a little stop here because I feel like it's important we talk about testimonials.
Yeah.
And I understand that anyone that hears or talk or sees Anka and all of the content we do on social media may not be sure that it's applicable to their business. But I really want, you don't need to listen to all of the episodes of the podcast to understand how well we help people. You can just go on our Instagram page and we'll create an Instagram story highlight with all of the testimonials we have, and you will see, just like Sara said, we have testimonials of people doing all type of businesses all across Africa. We have testimonials in French, from Francophone Africa, Senegal, Cote d'Ivoire. We have testimonials in English, of course, from Nigeria, but also from Ghana, from Kenya, and from all of the people that we have been working with in all type of products. It can be as well furniture products, cultural goods products as large, so beauty, etc., or clothing. But we also have people that do testimonial for us, also working with our different products. We have testimonials for people that did shipping with us and see how much cheaper and how better it was for their operation. We have seen people also do testimonials on Anka Pay, how easy it is to use and how essential it has become for them to actually close more clients from abroad and actually make sure that they easily withdraw their money. PayPal is a pain for them to use until now, and now it has become a breeze since they use Anka Pay. Same thing for, of course, the marketplace. But I really wanted to highlight the fact that, just like she mentioned, we're pretty much sure you have any variety of business you have, you can find a testimonial for you, including a testimonial for people that are using Anka Pay for digital products or Anka Pay for hospitality services or tourism. So all of that is available. If you don't find a testimonial that really resonates with you, drop us a message in comment here or in Instagram, and we'll make sure to get in touch with you and actually find you a customer that can tell you more about what we did for them. So that was the minute Anka. We go back to Sara.
I think our business has grown a lot in the 7 years, and we're very grateful for that. And you go from a point of being a small, manageable business, in a sense, to a larger business. So when you start to scale, you have a lot of growing pains. And the areas of improvement that we need are in things like our processes, our controls, our inventory, and keeping track of all of those, and making sure that our manufacturing is done in the most efficient way possible. So it's that moving from a smaller company into a larger scale manufacturer. Get an accountant early on. I think, like most entrepreneurs, we have a creative mind, so getting track of those finances is not always comes naturally to us. But one thing I would say, and one thing that I've learned in my entrepreneurial journey, is that the journey of the business is the journey of the entrepreneur. Like, they're so closely linked. You might feel you can't grow your business because you don't have money, or there might be other challenges. But I think the truth of it is that it's the entrepreneur themselves that has to grow into the version that they need to be to run a bigger business as well. So I think it's intrinsically linked. I think, the journey of the business and the entrepreneur it's the same journey. You agree? Yeah, I agree. Yeah. I think, there was some good advice that I got early, maybe year 1 or year 2 in the business, which changed my mindset, which was, when you're starting something, that the obstacles that present in business are not in your way, they are your way. So there are no shortcuts to what you need to do. So those obstacles bring your attention to the parts of your business that needs attention, so that you can solve those problems. So it fundamentally shifted the way that I looked at a barrier, an obstacle in front of me, to become like an opportunity for growth. So our immediate plans is to expand further into East African region. Particularly, we are focusing on Zanzibar, but we'd like to get our products across East Africa and then ultimately into Southern Africa as well. So that's our immediate to mid-term plans. And then in the longer term, we'd love to figure out how to ship our products globally. I feel like we have products that I think that there would be a market for them globally. And I'm very passionate about showing people what we can do in Africa and the quality of things that we can do, and being part of that storytelling of also changing the narratives of what people think of when they think of Africa. So if I look at the furniture industry, particularly what I would call the artisan sector, it's a really exciting place to be. The industry itself in this artisan bracket really only started about 7 or 8 years ago, and we now have about 10 companies doing different work to us, but we all work really well together, and we've all survived through challenging times, and we're starting to, I feel a little bit like we're pioneering a new sector, and it's an exciting place to be, and I feel like we don't work as competition, we collaborate, and I think there's space for all of us, and I think we can grow even more. I think nothing much to add other than that we're excited to be partnering with companies like Anka to really see how we can realize our potential. Is that it? Good. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
So yeah, I like the people clapping. So it seems like it was a performance and a big effort for her to do this.
Yes.
Really?
She was a bit shy. She was not really comfortable, but she handled it. So
yeah, and I especially like the last thing she said on the. So first, I know the thing before last when she said that the obstacle is the way. Yeah. I think a lot of entrepreneurs don't realize that it's the job of entrepreneurs is actually fixing shit. If you didn't fix shit, if you don't like having problems, don't do entrepreneurship. And like she said, the problem you have are generally the stepping stones in which your business grows. It's when you fix your problem that your business grows. It's not like you need to find new things. It's you identify a problem and you fix it, and then that makes your business grow sustainably. And I like the way that she added also that in her sector, there is a kind of community. And that's really something we want to do with Anka, actually, is to help these entrepreneurs realize they are not alone.
Yeah, they are not alone, and they are not in competition with
one another.
With one another.
Exactly.
Yeah. This is really important. The market is big for many vendors.
Yeah. And people don't realize that we have the proof, and we have sent it for many times. Every time our traffic increased, our conversion rate on the marketplace decreased. Mostly because in reality, there is much more people that want to buy people from Africa than there are entrepreneurs able to sustain the demand. So our biggest problem in Africa generally, contrary to popular belief, is not lack of demand, lack of financing. No, it's lack of sustainable, consistent entrepreneurs delivering quality products.
Yeah,
and that's interesting because also I feel like there is, and I like the fact that the team clapped, there is something that really helps people keep moving forward is also how you serve.
Yeah.
And the people you help in the process you're doing it. And I think that's actually a good example is actually the last interview and exchange and people you met. Really people that you chose to meet really to help them because it wasn't our client and they were not necessarily the clients you believe were the biggest potential.
Yeah.
So can you tell us a bit more about what is the last interview we have in Kenya?
Yes, during our second event, at the end of the event, we met a woman on a wheelchair that couldn't even speak English.
Oh, really?
Yes,
okay,
yes. She was speaking mainly in Swahili.
Okay, interesting.
And
but she came to the event?
She came to the event.
Wow.
Yes. And we met and we have the translation and she worked from an association of disabled people that craft, that make product and want to sell. And they were asking for help.
Yes.
They were asking for help and asked me if it's possible to find a way to put their product online and help them export. So as we are not just focused on business and profit, all the team were really
excited to
go there and to help. So we decided to go there to meet with the association, with the people there, because they wanted us to see
what they are doing.
And what is really interesting is that when we came to meet them, they were really surprised to see that we came.
Oh, they didn't even believe that you were going to come.
Yes, because they told us that usually people tell they will come.
And never come.
Yeah, they never come.
Oh, Oh, that's sad. Wow, really?
Yeah, they never come. Yes. Well, the reality is that they were really far from
From
Nairobi. Yes.
How far was it?
Yeah, maybe we took 2 hours to
2 hours
go. Yes,
to
it was
go there.
really, really far. And it was, it was.
It was a not easy road ahead.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you remember the name of the place he was in?
No, I don't know.
Maybe we need with Alan to find the name and put it there.
Yes, I don't know the name, and even to find it on Google Map, it was a
hard?
struggle.
No,
Yes, it was really hard.
Before the interview starts, Alan needs to, put some visuals and put a little map of where it was compared to Nairobi, so people can realize.
Yeah, it was really.
To go there, because if people didn't come, it's probably also because it wasn't easy.
Yes, it was not easy, but we kept our word.
Our word.
Yes, and and even for me, it was an opportunity to see other things in Nairobi and other entrepreneurs that are already tech savvy. Oh, this was really rural people that are not that tech savvy.
Exactly.
And they were asking for help. So we really wanted to go there. Yeah.
And to show it, and it's a great example also what we do. It's not only to make money. If it's only to make money, that's why also a lot of people don't go there, because there is not maybe a lot of hope to make money with them. Yeah. But I think it's also about, like we say, actually empowering people, financial inclusion, all of the things people like to talk about happen in these moments when you go and do the extra effort when you don't necessarily believe that you will get a reward.
Yes, and we decided to open an account for them, totally free, and we're still in the process to coach them, to helping them highlight their products, and even we give them good advice.
Nice.
And sometimes it's not just about the money. It's important for people. The fact that we spend our time, our precious time,
go there,
was meant a lot for them.
Yeah, it was significant.
Yes, it was really significant for them. We could have just give them the free subscription for 1 year, and that's it. But the fact that we came
and you talk to them and you listen and you saw what they were doing.
Yes, we meet all the people, and when I say it was disabled people, there were some people who were blind. No, it was really people in complicated situation.
But we'll see that, and let's see then.
Yes.
Let's go.
My name is Cecilia Wanjiko George. I'm come from Kiambu, Kikuyu. We have the group called Joyful Man for the disability and the old woman, and we have the artwork that we have done.
Could you tell us about the early days of the association and how it evolved over time?
Okay, we have that's for the disability, because as we are under the people of that disabilities, so we want to people that can help us to make the disability to have something like to help each others.
How was the early days? It was difficult when you start. It was easy. What can you tell about the beginning of the organization?
Yeah, we have a charity because we don't have the capital to start this thing. You have many charities because we need to buy scissors. We don't have money to buy. We want to buy beads. We don't have money to buy. So you have many charities.
What is the main mission and value of the organization?
Okay, the main point that we want to make is to help the disability to start for themselves, to help other people. We have the old women that they make shondos. We want the people that can help us to move on, the people the destiny that can put us the higher, that we can be higher.
Is there a moment where you feel like you want to give up?
Yeah.
Yes, and so why? Can you explain?
Yeah, there is some days and the year that's back, we was desperate that we want to leave this group because we don't have money to buy the things that we need. We don't have anything that we can start with it. So we reach somewhere. We are fed up. We are desperate. Yeah.
What motivates you with you to consider a partnership with us to want to sell e-commerce? What motivates the association?
Okay, our association is to move on. because say I've told you, you have blind, you have deaf, you are disabled. As we are good because you can go and search for a job, but they are seated. Their hope, these are hope, they are all hope, because they don't have anything that they cannot do. They cannot walk to go and search for a job, but so as we support them.
What benefits do you hope to gain from this partnership?
That's a good question. You're going to benefit because the time you're going to sell this something, you're going to benefit. Disabled benefit, even as you're going to benefit. And you're going to have something that you can save for our future. Okay. Yeah. And you're going to arrange to go far from here. You can go far.
Yes. And which aspect of your association do you need to improve the most today? If you need to improve something, what will be these things?
The things that you're going to improve, it's the time you're going to put us in the website. We're going to have hardworking, to be hardworking. The time you're going to, like this Shondo, you're supposed to have in this all. This is something you're going to have minis, and you have a lot we can show. So that's our improve. They're going to improve it.
Do you have another specific product that you would like to develop?
Yeah, we have like Maasai shoes. We have a Maasai shoes. We have the packet. You know the packets that have the clothes here. We have vitenge that you have beats. We have a T-shirt that that's matata. Kuna matata. We have laces. The laces for tie and dye. You have a lot. Okay. Yeah.
How can we improve and support your association?
You are helpful for us because the time you come here and put us for our website and you don't have a capital that we have, you're going to help us. The way you website our dates that you have our money, you're going to go far. So you are helpers. You are our destiny to go to the other step.
For someone that wants to start in another village, to start an association like yours, what advice would you give that person?
Okay, they're going to give that person to not to give up, to have a hope for tomorrow. Because as we have reached for the grassroots, and I know now you're going to go up. So I'm going to advise somebody or someone who can want to start a business or to start as the way you're starting, to not to lose hope. There is a hope for tomorrow.
And what is the biggest lessons that you've learned since you start this journey?
I know this journey is going to be possible, and that's the journey we're going to successful. Because when you start like you have our destiny, you have come. The time you come and step as one step, the other one, the Lord say come and we are going to be blessed.
Do you have any final thoughts, things that you want to add, to say to the community, people in Instagram?
Okay, you want to tell the community to not to lose hope for the future. If she wants to start a small one, have a hope for tomorrow, because there is a road. There's a big load and destiny. There is a big load that poverty come, then put you down, but not to see the poverty, see the fall they're going.
So yeah, definitely. So you were in Kikuyu, if I'm not
yes,
mistaken.
Kikuyu was the
that was the name of the place, and it's a very. I think business-wise, there is not a lot we can say, except one thing that really struck me is that even more than the word money, she used a lot the word hope.
Yeah, hope.
And I think there is one thing that is very admirable in their story, and I think that's why also it's good that we highlight it. It's fundamentally when you want to be an entrepreneur, especially for them, because they could just rely on saying, okay, we didn't get any luck when we started in life.
Yeah.
And just be, asking for money and just, I've seen a lot of places around here, even in Ivory Coast, where people that are disabled just end up begging for money. And these guys at least have the will to say that tomorrow will be better and that to try to learn doing things. As she mentioned that they try to learn how to do products.
No, yes. What is really interesting and inspiring is they try to find a solution.
Exactly, it's humbling. Like,
Yes, they are
you cannot
looking.
really complain about your life when you see how much effort they put
Yes,
about
they
it.
are looking at their own situation. They know that there is a lot of things that they can do on their own, but they can make product and sell them in e-commerce. And if they manage to use the technology,
Yeah.
and they are really clever about it. If that they are thinking about using technology to become more independent.
Yeah, to overcome and
Yes.
not just complain about what is the
Yes.
situation.
So it was really inspiring. So we still want to help them. We still are in this process
Yeah.
because they have to learn to do product is one thing, but to sell it, it's another skills.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
a lot of members of our team, especially in operation, are really involved
Trying
in
to
help.
support them. Yeah.
Yes, and yes, we really hope and that we'll be able to maybe in 1 year or even 6 months to show some progress.
Let's hope because it's like they said, it's what is driving the thing. So yeah, I think that's a very nice end touch for this series in Kenya. I think it really puts everything in perspective. We are all very lucky, even if we tend to forget it.
Yes, and really, this was our last visit before going back to Côte d'Ivoire.
Yeah.
So yes, this was a nice remember to remember that yes, there is business. It was great to meet really inspireful people. But sometimes our role is to serve people and to help them.
Exactly. It's before everything. Business is first about service.
Yeah.
And we're glad that I hope this example really will also help you guys be just as humble and hopeful as they are.
Yeah.
And I think that's a good conclusion for this, I might say, Kenyan trip. We hope to have more opportunity to serve like that and have more Kenyan entrepreneurs join us from this. From all type of and all places. And even if it's anywhere else from East Africa, we're welcoming people to come and join Anka. And so yeah, reach out, book a demo, and see you soon on Anka.
See you.
Bye.
Bye.